I said, okay,
Yeah.
this is real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. So let's talk about the results. What have been the results of you making this decision and getting started in this business?
The results have been amazing. I'm looking at my shirt to see which one I have on. But this is we have shirts with from places that we've been where the name will be on the collar. So that's what I was looking for. I've never been on a cruise before coming here. I've been on several trips. I've just never been on a cruise before. I've been on 2 cruises to the Caribbean. Won a trip to Kona, the big island of Hawaii. I was able to take her. That was my first year. So in my first year, what drew me to, one of the things that drew me to this opportunity was the income potential. And I recognized it as a vehicle. I mentioned before that, you know, I've been in situations where everything was right but the money. Mm-hmm. And in this situation, it was the total opposite, based on your own efforts, and I like that because I'm willing to roll up my sleeves, and in fact I've cut them off, see, and go to work. Yeah. And I understood that, you know, if you, with the proper training, the support was here, and all I really needed to get was an understanding of their product, of their policies, and there's only 2. You had mentioned Wide Lincoln versus another company, if I can. Mm-hmm. I found out that as an insurance agent that your job basically is to get clients, and those clients that you got, however you got them, they might not end up being your clients because they have to go through underwriting, they have to be approved, and people with certain health issues, blood pressure, cholesterol, blood thinners, stroke. These are people who struggle to get life insurance with certain companies, and I found out that with our opportunity that we approved 98% of them, which means pretty much everybody that we sit down with, everybody that we come across on a day-to-day basis is a candidate. I love those odds. And I recognize that as a very legitimate vehicle to change and change my family's life. And that is the reality that I'm living in today. In my first year, as I was mentioning, I was able to take her to Hawaii. And that same year, I was able to be awarded with one of these rings, which I love this ring, but next year I'll get one that I love even better. Next year I'll be getting my 5-year ring. She has her 5-year ring. And these are things, go places, and you know, people see me with this on and they ask me what team I play for, you know, and I like to think that's because my muscles got big or something. They're looking at my hand, and that's for my job. I'm like, well, what do you do? You know, and they're thinking that I manage a team or something along those lines. And the look that I get when I tell them I'm in life insurance is amazing. Priceless. It's awesome. It's priceless. Yeah. So those are just some of the things that I've been able to obtain. We won a trip to Alberta, Canada. Next September, if I'm not mistaken, we're going to be in Santiago, Chile. You know, I'm on the Kuna Matata mode, man, and I've been on that for 4 years now.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
The results are truly amazing. Truly amazing. I was slow starting. Still, you know, I didn't come out just running like he did his first year. I was unsure still of sales. So I still did my credit restoration. I still did hair. The first year I finished with 40,000, and I was not going to trainings. I was really not doing anything in a motorcycle club. Every other weekend we would go out of town, and I would literally pick up the phone, make a couple appointments. I would sell some policies, and we would just use that for the trips every other weekend. And at the end of that year, that 1099 came in, and trust me, that year we were fighting a lot too about me not really working and taking this serious. But I ended up with 40,000, and he's like, "There's no way in the world you made 40." Well, we blew that 40,000, honestly. Mm-hmm. And I even sat there and I looked at it, and I didn't buy any leads. I didn't have any chargebacks. Everybody that I wrote stayed on the books, so it was 100% $40,000. And again, 14 years at Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield, I was at 56, 58 overtime. And that kind of shook me. So I said, okay, I'm not going to do hair. I'm just going to have the credit running. I'm not going to do anything else. I'll do a little bit more with Lincoln. And that's when I started to come to the meetings and plug in more. And I ended that year at 58. Then I was like, okay, that's it. And he's like, oh my God, it's about time. I mean, seriously, it was 2 more years, you know, of me being in it. And the 58, I said, okay, in 2 years, I did 58 and I don't even know what I'm doing. It's that simple. Mm-hmm. What if I put in what I put in everything else into Lincoln and go full time? Mm-hmm. And I jumped from that 58 to 142 and completely everything, you know, the experiences with the people. And I'm a people person. I love people. On my linear, I have hearts. Yeah. And, you know, when I come to the door, I tell people, hey, I'm just here to love on you. Yeah. You know, that's what I'm here to do. And to love on your family because this is your last gift. And, that is amazing to me. And then the fact that I can come back and visit them and I'm still getting paid every time they make a payment, like that's sweet. Like that is really sweet. So every year's jumped, you know what I mean? Because of that, which was something I didn't even think about or really care about. But now, you know, at the beginning of the year, when you start the year with $70-something thousand because of what you've done the previous couple of years, you're like, why did I take so long? But I'm glad that, you know, my story is my story because as I'm building an agency, I'm talking to individuals that are trying to take their time and I'm able to show them my husband's 1099s and mine, as well as some other agents in my agency that came in running. And I'm like, look at the difference. Why would you want to take this long to get here when you can do it in less time with this? It's the same license. It's just a matter of your efforts. What you do. I love this opportunity. I will never I was screaming and kicking coming in, but they're going to have to pull me. I'm going to be screaming and kicking leaving. I'm not going anywhere.
Awesome.
It doesn't matter. Nobody can even, I've had people reach out to me with almost a 200% contract. And there's no way. When I show them my one-page application and they show me their apps, I'm thinking you can't even qualify anybody. It doesn't even matter what your contract is if you can't help the families. So
in terms of the future is amazing, but it's what I saw in the beginning, which is so cool to be able to say that. That now 4 years later, what I thought I would be experiencing, where I thought this would be going, is exactly where it's going, and it's exactly where we are. We could have bought a house a little bit sooner, not knowing really where we wanted to live. Kind of delayed that, but financially we weren't in a place to go buy a house, but I said we will be, and we are. One time we were dating and she had a car. I need a Cadillac converter from my car, and I'm like, honey, it's catalytic first of all, and did you price it? And she priced it, shopped around, and one day I go over her house to, we were living separate, and she's under the car.
I saw it right off.
With a Sawzall, cutting off the catalytic converter because she found out that you could do that.
You don't need
now
it.
She's riding around in a possible bomb, and literally a bomb. But anyway, she's not in that vehicle anymore. You know, those are things that we kind of forget about going through the journey. The group that we're a part of, the Miles to the lives that are being changed every day. I'm excited for the new people that aren't even here yet. You know, every time I find myself getting a little bit sidetracked mentally, I talk to somebody that doesn't even know anything about this opportunity, and the excitement that I see in them wakes me up to are you serious? Are you serious? Because it's cliche to say the sky's the limit, but the sky is truly the limit. You know, that's the reality. Yeah. About you?
I think you kind of wrapped that up. Future is amazing. You know, it really is. Dreams that I've had years ago that once being in corporate America, you kind of lose those dreams because you're stuck with a salary. You know what I mean? And even though you feel like it's great, it's still, you're really one paycheck away from being homeless, literally. And so when I was laid off, that was the reality. What am I going to do? You know, and so those dreams of having the extra money, you know, you lose it.
Mm-hmm.
But being able to come into a business like this, we do vision boards because you really can have whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
You really can. And I've had vision boards for the past 4 years. Again, the first 2 years I wasn't really all in, but the last 4, I've had the vision boards, and everything that I put down has come to pass. So you can dream, and it's amazing. You know, the future, nice house, I don't mansion. We talked about that. I do want a ranch style. I want it big enough where, you know, I don't have to hear everybody, but I know that that's going to happen. You know, again, we don't know where, because we can live anywhere.
Yeah.
Lincoln Heritage is everywhere that we want to go. So it's just a matter of picking the location, honestly. And as far as the agency, the team, man, God is really just opening up the doors for us to be able to bless others. And I love it. I love to help somebody else.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
when I see them, one of my managers got a Mercedes Benz that was, 1 or 2 years above mine. I know it was bigger. Yeah.
Brand new.
Yeah, it was brand new,
She
but
got
it was like the bigger one. I don't know. So again, I don't do the cars, but I knew it was bigger and better than mine.
Yeah.
And we all celebrated.
Yeah.
You know, where do you get that in corporate America? Where do you get that in any other sales arena?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody is going to be backstabbing. They're hating on you. They're trying to take what you have, but that doesn't happen here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people really are pulling you up. If you're not succeeding, it's because you don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I agree that success is accomplishing, fulfilling your commitments, reaching your goals, changing the bar, you know, whatever the bar was for you, taking it that much further, I believe is successful. Being able to, then it goes into categories, you know, and without getting too long-winded, I feel that if you are a father and you're leading the right way, you're successful. They're watching you, and they're watching what you don't do. They're watching what you say and what you do say. So success there, you're doing and saying the right things, you know. Your example is being a thumbprint on somebody else's life that you may never even get to see. It's having the ability to go when you want to go and do what you want to do. She and I were at her friend's birthday cookout, you know, just a small example. And I had surprised her with tickets to go to a comedy event. Mm-hmm. And that night, and we were at the party, and she was having a good time, and I'm watching how good of a time she's having, and she just talking, you know, to her friends that she hasn't seen in a long time. And I'm looking at her and how good of a time she was having. I said, do you really want to go to the comedy event, or would you rather stay here? And being even able to ask that question, I think you've hit a level of success. Because come on, how many people would, the tickets weren't cheap. Mm-hmm. They weren't $1 million. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not like we were on the front seat of a Beyonce, Jay-Z concert. But there was a point in time, just because I bought those tickets, forget this cookout.
Right.
We are going to this event, right? And we would leave, and we would pull away with her feeling, you know, maybe some type of a way, because we've done that. But success brings about a peace that whatever I want to do, I'm going to do. Whatever I don't want to do, I'm not going to do. I don't have to do. I think that's successful. There's so much more there. You know, there's so much more. But basically, I think that something that she said a minute ago, we get to a point where we stop dreaming because most jobs we can't. It's only going to lead to you being postal. You know, it's only going to lead to you, you know, because it can't afford that dream home or that dream car at your job. And here, your dreams you could wake them back up, because you can literally accomplish everything that you have on a vision board. Most people don't even attempt or know what a vision board is, because why do that? Why add that frustration on my life when I don't have anything that's going to get me in that direction? That's different here. Yeah, that's absolutely different here. Yeah. And so I think we're moving towards success. Yeah.
Success to me really is, wow, living life now. My agency name is Life Now. It's really living in full expectation, never ending opportunities within, understanding what you have within, and really living your life right now. And then being able to share that with somebody else and watch them live their life now and be able to reach certain goals. And then again, and grow every year to do better and to know that you can, but truly being happy. And I mean, I've been broke, I've had money, then I was broke, and then back at the rise. And it's better to be over here than down here. So for me, success is doing what I want when I want and helping somebody else to do the same thing. And that's why I'm here. My name is Christine L.
My name is Raheem L.